Guys, it's time for another Epic Battles of RTA, the series where we take a look at some of the more interesting, wacky things people are picking in RTA. So some of these units are not that uncommon. However, on the right-hand side, the Japanese player picks a Lauren into a Dark Mage and a Water Griffin. You don't see that every day. So the Water Griffin actually works really well with things like the Dark Mage and also with the Light Druid, because they have all these harmful effects. Also works really well with this this Fire Slayer as well, but that's the reason that he's using it. So all those harmful effects. He does skill 2. He does an attack power break, he does a defense break, and then he cycles his attack age based on the number of debuffs. Not even the ones that he does on the enemy, but he cycles his attack age based on the number of debuffs on the enemy overall. And then he does big damage with skill 3. So that's the reason that he's being used in this comp. It's an interesting comp. Again, you don't see it every day. Yeah, this Water Griffin, again, is... But you're gonna say again, the Water Griffin is a unit that you don't see every day? I mean, like, okay. You see him sometimes. He's good with Nephthys. He's good with a lot of AoE debuffs, right? And also, when you see something like Nephthys being picked, a common draft into a Nephthys is like the Juno and the Tetra. So he has element advantage over the Juno and the Tetra. So there we go. That's kind of the comp that you see him used and what you see him used against. Speak of the devil, we see some fire and water units on the left-hand side with a Juno, and then we see another Khan coming out. Totally different player. Another Khan coming out on the right-hand side, but this is just another example of where Khan is used in RTA, right? So he got this scroll trap on the Juno. So Khan has element advantage. We have all those debuffs. Khan has element advantage over everything, or element neutral, or element advantage on everything on that on the enemy's side. So this is just gonna be easy. What do you guys call it? Easy pickings? It's gonna be easy pickings for Khan. Okay. And it's going to be very, very hard to come back from that. I mean, at this point, Khan is just going to obliterate things. Things are going to get debuffs from the Nephthys, and then Khan's just he's going to skill 2. He's going to cycle into a skill 3. Skill 2, cycle into a skill 3. Boom. Exactly, just like that. And this Juno, I mean, she's going to crit, but there's really not too much. There's really not anything she can do at this point against the Khan. As soon as Khan gets his skill 2 into skill 3 combo off, she did actually get the attack power break. So it's done. It's done now. Oh, maybe it's not. Hold on, maybe it's not done. Maybe, oh, she's countering. Maybe it's not done. Okay, it's done. I said it's done. Speaking of units you don't see every day, G3 player on the left-hand side, Fran, Ciara, Kali, and Kyle. Last pick Kyle. This is not a unit that I've ever seen drafted in RTA ever. This is the first time. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen Kyle drafted in RTA. So he's got a stun skill 1. He's got a double hit defense break right there that you saw. With the skill 2, he's got a lot of damage. He killed the Dark Onimusha without actually even having a defense break. I mean, he had an attack power buff, but he killed it without having a defense break or anything. I wonder how the Mina damage would have been in comparison to the Kyle's. He's barely keeping this Kyle alive, and he did not get a turn, so the Kaki cut in. Look at the Kyle damage. He's like, that's ridiculous. I cannot keep that alive. This thing is going to kill my Kaki before I even get a chance to, yeah, do Kaki things, right? So now we don't really see too much of anything. Now we just see Vertiheel and Ciara and Fran doing Vertiheel, Ciara, Fran things. So it's just the fun is gone. Lulz. He went for the Kyle too fast, man. The Kyle he was too dangerous, but he's squishy, right? So that's the reason that you don't really see him too much in RTA. You see some more fast bruiser things that can do some damage, but also be tanky. Like for example, the Kaki does damage. You know, attack power is great on Kaki, and also he does damage based on his defense with his passive. So that's one of the reasons that Kaki is usually like a better choice, or these Onimushas in general are a better choice and extremely strong in RTA. That's one of the reasons you don't see things like Kyle when you have these other things that do damage and also have some kind of tankiness in there as well. This next match starts off strong with a double Sky Surfer. I always want to say Sky Dancer. Double Sky Surfer into Gianna Heigang. Heigang's counter to Gianna, and also counters the enemy's team as well, and a Vertiheel since there's 3 AoE strips on the enemy's team. Vertiheel is very strong into that, and then gets the... Okay, is that shield going to be able to withstand all of these bombs? Never mind. Oh, no, he didn't get cooldown. All these bombs from the Fire Sky Dancer. Fire Sky Surfer. I always want to call it a Sky Dancer. Does Vertiheel go crazy? Number 1. And do these bombs actually kill the opponents? So let's see, and let's see what the Water Sky Surfer can actually do here if he can make anything happen. Counter, interesting enough. That could pose a threat, but it's looking like it's not too much of a threat. So he got so lucky with that Fire Sky Surfer resisting this Xiongpeng. That's really the reason that this won. But it's just interesting to see a double Sky Surfer, first 2 picks, still wins. You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we have a double Sky Surfer into a Gianna Nephthys. So apparently this guy's got Nephthys too, and a more bans out the Ragdoll, bans out the Nephthys. Shocking that the LDs get banned out. So let's see what happens here. So Gianna takes turn 1. Generally, Gianna is built on Swift. Oki used to be built on Swift back in the day, but Oki's just on, it's more common to see Oki on Violent nowadays. So gets the bomb on everything. Ciara's almost dead. And I feel like at this point, it looks like GG to me. I don't see any comeback from here. It's just too strong. It's just too strong on this player's side. Yeah, with the double sky. But it's interesting to see a double Sky Surfer picked, number 1 and picks number 1 and 2, and does so well, right? So very interesting. Although we're just gonna see. There's nothing he can really do at this point. There's nothing really he can do. He's just gonna do so much damage. There's not a whole lot. Gianna just does skill 1, and he should have conceded before that, but. Well, I mean, play it out. Why not? Nothing to lose. These next few matches we're going to see are an Ophelia Vivachel combination. I don't know if it's necessarily a combination per se. It's more of just this guy likes to pick Ophelia Vivachel, which you do, and Ragdoll for the heal, right? Which you do not see a whole lot of, but that's the whole point of this. So Ophelia has never really been a thing too much in RTA. I mean, some people used her every so often, but not really ever been a very popular RTA pick in general. Vivachel used to be back in the beginning, but really hasn't been for the past few seasons just because she is a bruiser unit. A lot of the bruiser units that you see nowadays, a lot of them have passives, not necessarily all of them, but a lot of the bruiser units have passives. If we take a look at, like, for example, Chow, like Ragdoll, like all the Dragonites, basically, they work nicely. They have passives. To combat, control, combat, cleave teams. So really one of the reasons that we don't see too much of Vivachel is she's got sustain too, but a lot of the sustain units, she does damage and she does sustain, but a lot of these sustain units that we see also have passives, like for example, Lulu is also a sustain unit. You know, actually, against those Molong and Lulu kind of comps, Vivachel has a lot more value this season than I think maybe people give her credit for. So I could definitely see her being... Oh, Wild Cure, that was not enough to kill. So the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what, especially against like Lulu and a lot of super tanky stuff. Oh, that did a lot of damage. That just sniped that Vertiheal out. So yeah, I think that I probably don't even give. I think myself and maybe some others don't give Vivachel as much credit this season. This Beast Rider's doing some nasty damage in human form. It's like nothing's got defense breaks. It's still doing absolutely ridiculous damage, right? Because she gets she does more attack. She does more attack. She has more damage output potential in human form, but she loses that passive from the beast form. So I always say beast form, dismounted. She's always in human form. She's mounted versus dismounted forms. So this is I was gonna say this is gonna be a very slow thing because they have no. They do have damage. They don't have no damage. They have 2 forms of damage. They have the skill 3 with the Ikaris, and then they also have the Switch Destiny with the wait, is the Dark one Switch Destiny or the Fire one Switch Destiny? One of them is the skill 3 with the Vivachel. She's got the damage. So let's see. Do we see actually? Yes, there we go. There we go. So that's basically game at this point. Sometimes I say that's game at this point, and it's like, and it's not game, and I'm like, oh, never mind. The other person wins? Right, okay. RNG is RNG. So, that immunity sometimes is so nasty with that Ophelia skill 1. But, yeah, we're going to see some more of this, too. So, this next one, he opts to go for a different turn order than the last time. So, he picks the Ikaris sooner rather than later because he saw the Molong coming out on his opponent's side, and he was like, you know, his thought process was, you know what? he might pick the Molong into Akari's. Let me pick it out so he doesn't get an opportunity to pick it before I do. So he's going for Torrent. He does not get a high defense on those onimushas. So he's going for some more damage on there. I think he should be able to kill it right there. No, he does not kill it. He does not kill it. He should be he should be able to kill it here. That shield though is actually really nice for dealing with Molong's skill 3. So at this point there's just so much turn cycling, so much shield, so much threat state. Again, I was going to say again, the Leica skill 2 is something that ignores damage reduction effects. So the shield, it ignores the shield, it ignores the invincibility. So Leica's actually a strong pick into here, but that turn cycling and just keeping that shield up and keeping the ragdoll vertiheal is such a nasty combination. There's so much turn cycling, keeping that shield up, keeping all that invincibility and immunity on those units in general. This next match, opponent first picks Molly into, so you know they're going Bruiser when they first pick Molly, for the most part, into his Ragdoll Vivachel team. Vivachel gets banned out. The Ragdoll and Verd combination, though, so nasty, such a nasty combination. So let's see what they actually managed to pull off here. He does also use the Water Onimusha. The opponent uses the Water Onimusha, which is interesting. Is not gets the counter, and he also gets the crits on water. So a little bit lucky there. But it's also not a unit that you really see too much in RTA, although he is a little bit underrepresented, a little bit underrated, this Water Onimusha. So the more turns that your enemy gets, the stronger he gets. You guys are familiar with the Water Onimusha, I'm sure. Right? But just with all those turn cycling from the Vertiheal and from the Ragdoll, every turn this Water Onimusha gets stronger and stronger and stronger. He's going to do a lot of damage when he, like, if he violent procs, he's going to do a lot of damage, right? He like gets a defense break into a potentially nuke things down. So let's see. He's just going for this this Water Demon last. So he's also resisting all of that, all of those defense breaks. All of those defense breaks with element advantage as well. Ghost Wild Dance. Okay, so this is going to kill. And also that's not going to kill. I really thought that was going to kill. I was very surprised that, especially with all those stacks, that did not actually kill. But this Water Onimusha is very strong against the Ragdoll as well. So, at this point, yeah, at this point, just the Molong is going to be able to solo regardless. So, yeah, he didn't get the crit on that. So, GG. I know I said Molong at the end of that last one. I hope you guys know that I meant Feng Yin. I am aware that is the other Panda Warrior. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. He also bans everyone wants to ban this Vivachel. This Vivachel does not make it into any matches. I shouldn't have even said Ophelia Vivachel combo. Well, I mean, it's not really a combo. The Ophelia Vivachel is not really a combination. So let's see if he can take down this Ciara, or if she has, between that, basically a 3-hit combo. So he actually can. He actually did take the Ciara down with that 3-hit combo. One of the things with Ophelia is he didn't take out something in the last match, or the match before that, with that 3-hit combo, right? So one of the things with Ophelia is on Revenge. I mean, I know she's on Will, but on Revenge, it's potentially pretty nasty, because she has a pretty good skill 1. Not quite as nasty as a Revenge Vertiheal or a Revenge Iris or some things like that, but Revenge on Ophelia is still pretty nasty. So, and then also she's in threat state often, so so things are hitting her, so she's going to be revenging a lot if she is on Revenge. Again, this is not a Revenge Ophelia, I'm just saying. And she gets provoked, taste of her own medicine, lulz, and then that should, I mean, the Ragdoll looked like it killed. Oh, it didn't. Okay. I was gonna say that should kill the Fart Master. Lulz. So it gets the recovery, and then that's basically game at this point. That's basically game. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be pretty nasty, dealing with all of this damage, all of this turn cycling, and you know Juno's gonna be critting with skill 1 constantly. So this Ragdoll is just going to steal turns, then she does AoEs and potentially revenge. So, yeah, GG. Next match, Vivachel Ophelia versus G3. Well, if the Vivachel doesn't get banned out, like Vivachel has always been getting banned out, but against G3 Jester, who has super dangerous, super scary runes. So Ragdoll gets banned out, so they do actually get Ophelia and Vivachel both in there. Does not revenge with the Vertiheal on that AoE strip, and also doesn't strip the Vertiheal either. And that's the Antares there. So let's see if this additional damage does get the revenge there. Let's see if this additional damage on Jester's artifacts is going to be enough to, like, absolutely destroy some of these units. No, that did not go. That did not pop the shield. Okay. I mean, he's going to take all that damage anyway. So Sinkhole, but it did not go through the shield. It did not break the shield, so it still did not do enough damage to actually heal that Fire Lich. Okay, so let's see. Psycho Crusher. Does this do enough damage? Oh, I was going to say, does it do enough damage to actually kill the Diana there? But it didn't. And Vivachel gets the turn. And this is looking pretty nasty for Jester. And Jester's a super strong player. Ridiculously strong. So at this point, Diana just has... I was going to say... that. Well, Diana still can get cleansed from Ophelia's skill, too. I was going to say Diana has open opportunities for just doing Diana things in human form. So, yep. Threat state, he has to hit that Ophilia, and then the more he hits the Ophilia, actually this is a really nasty combination. The more he hits the Ophilia, the more Diana is going to keep getting extra attack gauge. Same thing with Ophelia and the Wind Monkey as well. Anytime Ophelia is hit, that Wind Monkey's got, well, not anytime, but Ophelia gets hit, Wind Monkey revenges. Ophelia and Chandra is another nice one because threat state plus the hug, right? So Chandra's going to be getting those free revenges. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to show you guys some interesting things that I picked up today. Like I said, again, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you as always in the next one.